Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports' presentation of the NBA. I'm Damon Bruce. A Tuesday night NBA presentation. It'll be the Orlando Magic facing off against the Indiana Pacers. And that'll do it from the studio. Let's get you out to Kevin Harlan.
And a tip-off opening night. Let's check out the starting lineups. First for the Magic. Conley out there with Ellis. And starting 7'2", one of the true giants in the game, another great big man out of Georgetown, Roy Hibbert. Then it's Anthony, and it's Sanders in at the 4. And for Indiana, Chalmers is out there with Harden, and in at center, former NCAA champion at UConn in 2005, Rookie of the Year, a strong-bodied 6'10" Emeka Okafor. Then it's Pierce, and it's Davis in at the 4 slot. And the Magic with possession. The pass to Ellis. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Ellis has got the first 3 points tonight for the Magic.
You know, there was a lot of talk about the Magic not getting equal value when they traded Dwight Howard to the Lakers before last season. But you take a look at how both teams started, the Lakers and the Magic, and for a time there, the Magic had a better record early in the season than the Lakers. So I think it worked out okay for the Magic.
The kick out to Pierce. Indiana again missing.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Dishes to Carmelo. Anthony left side. 6 on the shot clock from 6 feet. Nice jump shot. Good. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one. Well, Clark, like you said, hard to believe, but it's true. The Magic did have a better record than the Lakers for the early part of the season, but that was mostly due to a surprise down year from the Lakers, Steve, and a hot start for Orlando.
And remember, the Magic did get that big win at Staples against L.A. That was kind of revenge for the D. Howard trade. But as time wore on, you know, the Magic's lack of talent showed, and they really struggled the rest of the season.
And here is Conley. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Conley kicks to Anthony. Pass to Ellis. He feeds it to Conley. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Now, here's Chalmers. It's Davis on the wing. Back to Chalmers. Indiana moving the ball around. Okafor gets the bucket.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Magic leading by 3.
You know, Frank Vogel is one of the youngest head coaches in the NBA, and in college at Kentucky, he pestered the coaches relentlessly until they gave him a role as a student manager for the Wildcats. And that determination and resolve has served him well as he's worked himself into an outstanding head coach in the NBA.
And for Vogel, an assistant for 10 years in the NBA, and when a coaching turnover moved him into the interim head coaching position in 2011, Steve, he grabbed the reins and didn't look back.
No, he didn't. The results speak for themselves. As the teams responded to him, the organization has shown its faith in Coach Vogel, giving him an extension, and he led that club to a deep playoff run a year ago, 1 game from the finals.
And Davis gets it to go.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. He talked about how they match up with a player like Paul Pierce, saying, you know, he's one of those guys who really does it all at a high level. Defend, score, you name it. I think defensively, we may look to double some and force other players to make shots. He's one of the greats. You enjoy the challenge of playing against him and just hope you can have enough to win. Guys, we'll see who carries the day.
Thank you, Doris. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Here's what Orlando's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Hibbert. And Spates subbed in for Larry Sanders. The drive by Ellis. And here's Anthony for three. No good.
You know, playing in London during the 2012 summer seemed to do wonders for Melo. It often does wonders for guys that play with that national team. He came back with all kinds of confidence and seemed to be at another level.
Here's Ellis after the made shot from Chalmers. Another miss by Orlando. And here's the fast break. Chalmers leading the way. It's stolen by West. And now Orlando on the break. West leading the charge. It's stolen by Morris. Pierce kicks to Chalmers. Here's Harden, and that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 4 assists in the game.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And I know he's a fan favorite because he can catch fire immediately at any point in the ball game and just start pouring it in from all over the place.
Just 5 on the clock. The drive by Anthony. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Anthony's got 6. And for Carmelo, boy, he really excels in international play, doesn't he? Always has.
Yeah, the three-point line is just a bit shorter, which kind of brings it right into his comfort zone. So he can play that zone buster role for Team USA. And tell you what, he can do so many other things, too, because of his size and quickness.
And you hear his coaches talk about his defense is better than they expected, too.
Ironic, isn't it?
Very. Harden kicks to Zhang. Feeds it to Morris. Spates on him. To the inside. Zhang. There's the killer two-handed slam. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Here's Anthony following the score by Indiana. The feed to West. All sorts of time. Rebound by Mario Chalmers.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him. Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's the Pacers. They're up by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. The Golden State Warriors.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pacers?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And the fact that they're playing well, close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, I mean, they've got it all going tonight.
Well, guys, for the Pacers, it's been a slow and long climb from the Malice at the Palace back in 04. But now, with a terrific young team, fresh off a strong showing in the Eastern Conference Finals, we can finally say the Pacers are back, and they're going to be around for a while contending for championships.
Ellis backing down. Heinrich against Conley. Ellis, the pass to Carmelo. The drive by Ellis. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Davis with it. Now guarded by Sanders. Heinrich kicks to Crawford. Jefferson. Passes it to Davis. He's against Hibbert. And Hibbert with the block. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
Especially when he... caps it off with the steady one-handed jam.
And for the Pacers, ever since that unfortunate night in Detroit, the attendance in Indiana has sagged. They've been at the bottom half percentage-wise, Steve, for the last 9 years.
Well, it's time for the fans to come back, Kevin. You know, this is an elite team. They've got really high character, good guys. Ticket prices are about 60% less than the league norm. One of the best arenas in the NBA, and hey, it's Indiana. I mean, this is a basketball state.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, Jamal Crawford will turn 34 this season. One of the quickest players in the league. He said, I'd be the first to tell you if I had lost a step. And the truth is, I have not. I didn't get my normal minutes my first couple of years in the league. When I was younger, I was mad about it, but I think it saved my body. It's funny how it has all come together. I feel like I'm hitting my prime. Guys, he's been playing some of his best basketball over the last few seasons.
He always wants to take the big shots, Doris. It's just who he is. Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Urevko's checked in for Hibbert. Gerald Green comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Mike Miller subbed in for Monte Ellis. Heinrich with it. Now Green defending. And Jefferson gets it to go.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Last season, Emeka Okafor was healthy after a tough spell of injury in New Orleans, guys. I mean, he bounced back and then some with his rebounding numbers on a per-minute basis.
Indiana leading by 4. Jefferson kicks to Okafor. Heinrich dishes to Okafor. Jefferson. Clock at 6. There's Crawford with the 3, and that one's good. Crawford's got 6 in the quarter. And you look at the numbers for Okafor last season, his field goal percentage did fall, his worst in the last 7 seasons.
You know, he started shooting over twice as many mid-range jumpers as he ever had before in his career. And maybe that's because he's getting a little older. He's not able to get to the rim quite as often.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Outside Jefferson. He dishes it to Crawford. 3-pointer. The shot will not go. And Orlando will come the other way. This game against Indiana, the first game of the NBA's regular season.
This game kicks off what should be an interesting season series between these clubs. And, of course, they'll see each other 4 times this year.
Some changes for Indiana. Higgins is checked in for Crawford. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Kirk Heinrich. Well, as Steve was saying, Clark, you know, they're in the same conference. There's going to be a lot of familiarity there. And who knows, after that, they may see each other in the playoffs, too, if all goes right for them there.
Well, that's certainly a possibility, Kevin, but we've got a long way to go before that scenario comes to pass.
That's right. And it's Emeka Okafor with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Markieff Morris is checked in for Indiana.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Higgins passes to Morris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
I see the stat sheet here on Michael Conley. Solid numbers last season. 3rd in steals. And he also finished in the top 20 in assists. So this is a guy who really did a nice job of sharing the ball with his teammates.
And, you know, we rewind it and look back at his number 3 ranking among steals leaders. I mean, you can see that he was a lockdown defender, and he was that way all season long, Steve. You know, a lot has been said about the Pacers and their defense, but in addition to them being great with their positioning and skill, they're one of the toughest and most rugged teams to deal with, both mentally and physically. They really pride themselves on playing smash mouth basketball, and don't hesitate to get into your airspace and get in your face.
The drive by Green. Jefferson with some nice D.
You know, he's been off his game.
It's stolen by Green. Rejected by Jefferson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. The Pacers fourth.
They've got a number of guys that can deny you when you take that ball inside. That's why they're one of the best shot blocking teams in the league. At least they were last year, because they worked well together and they made it a priority.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Larry Sanders. And Chris Copeland subbed in for Mike Miller. Just 4 to shoot. Higgins, that's good. And Clark, back to what you said, the Pacers did get in a few games last year where tempers flared and players got in each other's faces. But, you know, Steve, you look back at all the great defensive teams in NBA history, and not a lot of them were a group of amicable guys.
It's true. I mean, this was a great defense, and sometimes you have to ruffle feathers and get in people's faces in terms of being tough and gritty defensively. And I think the Pacers understood that. Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
He's going to have to find the range. He has not scored in this quarter.
Harden with it, now guarded by Copeland. And there's the rejection. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Green with the ball. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Should probably use a little clock here.
Yep, make this the very last possession.
Ridnour fended by West. And Chalmers kicks to Harden. Here's Ridnour. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
That'll do it for the first half. Pacers lead by 7. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
With a few games of the new season already under our belt, we're back in the NBA groove. This is 2K Sports. Indiana with the lead against Orlando. They'd like to get this season off to a good start today. A nice start for Mario Chalmers. He's picked up 5 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. And midway through, the Magic still alive. As we've seen from them, a lot of three-point shots have been attempted, not many connected. They're going to need to mix it up. A rough first half for Michael Conley. Everything's been rimming out for him. He's got to be frustrated. And to look at the games being played right now. The Heat in a tight one against the Chicago Bulls. That one just halfway through the first. And the other game still underway. At Staples Center, the Lakers in a close one.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He has that slasher mentality, guys. We saw all the evidence of that in the first half as he continually got to the rim and scored.
Yeah, he had the jetpack on today, Steve, blowing by the defender no matter who they put on it.
And they're able to recover. Just 5 to shoot. Conley for 3. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, Monte Ellis has never been short on confidence, and last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade, saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference, though.
And here's Harden for 3. Count the bucket. Harden's got 8 points.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Ellis dishes to Conley. Stolen by Chalmers. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Okafor, the pass to Harden. Knocks it loose. Conley against Chalmers. Ellis outside. Out to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Gets it to go. 13 points in the game. And you talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overconfidence?
Well, I think the balance is in your decision making, and that's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. And that's all stuff that just comes with experience.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Harden against Ellis. Shoots off the step back. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
Harden with it. Picked up by Ellis. And the foul on Monte Ellis. That is his first foul of the game. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Now Chalmers. He has 5. Davis kicks to Harden. 5 to shoot. Another miss by Harden.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yep, I thought so too, Clark.
Ellis dishes to Conley. From outside, off the mark.
All across the Magic's roster, guys, they didn't have much perimeter shooting. The one person who could knock down threes consistently to help spread the defense was J.J. Redick, and they sent him away in a trade before the deadline.
Knocked away. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Offense in general, a big problem for the Magic, as you said, Clark, but especially from deep, as they would end up second from a bottom in shooting percentage beyond the arc. Steve, very hard to be a dynamic offense with that number.
Well, and some of that is they traded away J.J. Redick mid-season and gave away their best three-point shooter. So, as a team, they really struggled from long range. As a team, they struggled from everywhere, Kevin. I had a chance to check out some of the stats for Larry Sanders. Very nice season for him last year. Second in blocks, and he did a lot of work on the glass, battling his way into the top 15 performers in the rebound category.
And, the fact that he had the second most blocks in the league, that says an awful lot about his presence, and it also helped that team be pretty good defensively.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Paul Pierce. Anthony drawing the double team, kicks it to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Magic moving the ball around. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Crawford drives in. The dish now to Harden. Back to Crawford. Another shot. And another shot. Anthony with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last. Season. Michael Conley is 3rd. Monte Ellis is 4th.
Well, they were so good anticipating passes and really disrupting offenses with their defense. You look at Harden's career, he was a gifted scorer at Arizona State, but with a slow start in his rookie season and playing with 2 of the best players in the league in Oklahoma City, people seem to forget that he's always been a player who can light it up.
Ellis, the pass to Conley. Back to Ellis. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. The Pacers making a switch here. Heinrich's checked in. And James Harden, the first ever draft pick by the Oklahoma City Thunder after the move from Seattle, certainly. To see him go so soon in his NBA career as he was reaching stardom had to be tough for fans, and we know, Clark, certainly for his teammates.
I agree wholeheartedly there, Kevin. And think of all the fans who wore fake beards on their faces, even buildings in OKC with beards adorning them. So Harden wasn't just a great player. His image was almost a mascot for the team as well.
Well, look at Steve, Clark. He's got the fake Harden beard on right now next to us. I mean, geez.
Beard the beard.
And here's Heinrich. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Crawford outside. Takes a three. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. It gave him a wide open look there.
Conley kicks to Hibbert. Ellis. He passes it to Conley. Out to Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. Conley for 3. And Davis pulls it down.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those things has been rebounding, Clark, because they have really come out and taken control of the boards. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Sanders, he's guarded by Davis. Shoots. Sanders' shot is good. Now Harden. He's got 13. There's Crawford with the 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Pacers up by 12. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with this.
Tune in for a scary night of basketball. Halloween in the NBA. The New York Knicks go up against the Chicago Bulls. Hoops action.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And how about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
The Pacers making a change here. Ridnour's checked in. Anthony kicks to Ellis. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 8 points for Monte Ellis.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
It's Davis with the drive. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one's on Anthony.
Boy, you look at Glenn Davis out of LSU, guys, and he might have made one heck of a left tackle in football. 6'9", close to 300 lbs. He's as strong as they come, and yet surprisingly as quick-footed as any big man in the league.
Ellis guarded by Crawford. Anthony dishes to Ellis. Anthony guarded by Harden. Inside shot, and again it's Orlando converting. And Glenn Davis, an improving rebounder in recent years, and Stevie uses his size well defensively.
He's tough to back down. He's got a barrel chest, strong legs. Offensively, he's not a guy who finishes over the top, but he's crafty in the way he can go through bodies and kind of find ways to get the ball into the basket.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Ridnour with it. Picked up by Ellis. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. Okafor sets the pick for Harden. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Well, as long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll continue firing away.
And they are dropping for him. What a game he's having from deep.
Ellis goes in. Pass to Hibbert. Out to West. Taken away by Ridnour. Here's Harden. Crawford passes to Harden and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. That one's on Anthony.
Talk about some great numbers for Harden. He's got 16 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
Well, they'd be in a much different position in this game if he wasn't burying those long balls.
You know, in order to win your division, you have to be able to win games against the rest of your conference, and that's exactly what Indiana did last season. A tough team in a tough division, and they gave no ground to other teams in the East.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Paul Pierce is checked in for Crawford, and it's Chalmers in for Luke Ridenow.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And the Pacers, as you mentioned, Clark, very solid against the other teams in the East as they would cruise to a 31-20 record against the rest of the conference.
And really, that's because this team is built to handle anything that's thrown at them. Given it's a big, strong, kind of old-school team. They'll pound you inside, they rebound, they protect the paint. There aren't a lot of matchups that seem to bother this team.
Here's Ellis. Back to Hibbert. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. It's stolen by West. And Okafor with the block.
That's pretty much how this game has gone. They've controlled the boards and looked to come away with the win right here.
And the rejection by Sanders. Chalmers against West. Back to Anthony. West, right side. Okafor with the steal. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Kicks it out to Ellis. And the 3 off target. Pacers leading by 13. Davis with a screen on Ellis. Poked away. Taken away by Anthony. On the wing, Ellis. And Sanders kicks to Anthony. On the money from 12 feet away. Anthony's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's so reliable. And, you know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Pacers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. It's Harden with the drive. Rejected by Anthony. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Magic. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're up by 11. 1:56 left here in the 4th quarter. Harden draws the double. Pierce kicks to Okafor. That one goes. Count it. And the Pacers lead by 13.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
And there's the pass to Conley. No good on the triple.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yep, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass.
And that one's good by Pierce.
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
Here's Anthony, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Some big-time power on that putback.
I got to admire the perseverance, don't you? He worked for that one so hard.
Went after it.
Yeah, that's what offensive rebounding is all about, Kevin. Anticipation and grinding for those second chances.
Anthony on the double team. Chalmers dishes to Davis. Clock at 6. He kicks to Okafor. Taken away by Anthony. Pass to Conley. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Now their offense has kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
Inside. And again, Paul Pierce.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Ellis can't get it to go.
Looks like he's just trying to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but I don't know about that shot attempt.
Here's Chalmers. Harden launches it, and Anthony sends it back. Here's Okafor. Goes up again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc, and that is good. 20 seconds left in the game. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Ellis. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Higgins. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Some days, Clark, everything.
Hi and welcome. This is Damon Bruce and you're watching 2K Sports. Wednesday night in the NBA. It'll be the Orlando Magic facing off against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And that's it for us in the studio. To call all the action, let's go out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'll see you again at halftime.
And ready to get going, we see the...
hand.
The Oklahoma.
How do we fight such a thing? Insolence! Master! Gargoyles! I'll leave the weapons. Strike the lightning!
Cannot reach it from the ground!
Very well.
I'm on my way.
Strike with lightning!
There's a law! Brace for a dive!
Right!
Blood strikes so well! Do not allow it to grab hold of you!
Cannot reach it from the ground!
You'll get nowhere while it's aloft! There's a law! Brace for a dive! Attack, then dodge it!
Fight such a thing!
Strike with lightning! Quickly! The heart is unprotected! Attack when it reels! There! The heart lies exposed! Have we a remedy for putrefaction? Steel upon it!
Quickly! The heart is unprotected!
How can we fight such a thing? We'll get nowhere while it's aloft! Cannot reach it from the ground! It's aloft! Brace for a dive!
How do we fight such a thing?
We'll get nowhere while it's aloft!
Very well.
I'm going once.
I must take his place.
What a gap!
Come on, up you go. Cannot reach it from the ground!
I will protect you. The heart is unprotected! The horn is destroyed! Find that ground!
Perhaps it's time to get serious. Cannot reach it from the
I cannot
ground!
take much more! What a gap!
I shall wear my stars as trophies.
Rain steel upon it! Attack when it reels! Find that friend!
We'll get nowhere while it's aloft!
An opening! The heart is unprotected! Rain steel upon it!
To find strength. If you're tired, rest.
It is not defeat to flee from battle, Master. It is survival. Sometimes